Hey, damas y caballeros, tengo a Lynell Jinks. Hi, hey man, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, I'm really happy because 2K23 season is back. I'm really liking what I'm playing, but first of all, let's talk a little bit about the past. Because 2K22 made a huge return. So the game made a lot of personal lists, favorite games. So how was your reaction seeing 2K20 finally be one of the top rated games from last year?
Honestly, I want to say I was surprised, but not really. Knowing how much love and effort that we put into that game, and we were really confident that we had a hit on our hands, right? We just needed to make sure that people gave us another chance. That to me was the surprise, is that seeing how after 2K20, we just didn't know, if people would give us another shot. And thankfully, the fans did, and I couldn't be more, grateful to get that opportunity again. Because, you ask most people, we probably didn't deserve another shot, right? And so, thank you guys all gave us another shot and allowed us to make WWE 2K22, and it hit different. But 2K23, the tagline ain't no joke, man. It's even stronger. I'm sure you've been playing. It's even stronger. So we built on that foundation of WWE 2K22, and we're just gonna keep growing and growing this game from this point on.
Let's talk about exactly what's going on in this game, especially one of the greatest features that is presented. Finally, we got WarGames. So how difficult was it to adapt WarGames to a WWE 2 game? Because it was really difficult before, but
it's weird because it was difficult, but in a different way. It was difficult on 2K22 to break away from the constraints that allowed us to do things like even imagine or think about having two rings side by side, having a steel structure based around it, or having the ability to put two cages in a crowd and have them come out. We've never done anything like that in franchise history. And so taking those baby steps in 2K22 with everything that we've done with navigation and backstage brawl, you look at that platform in the middle where it's that was there as a prototype for us to figure out can we add a structure that's not a ring, that doesn't have ropes, but you can still battle on and bring weapons on there and perform moves and throw people off. And you're it's almost like a platformer, right, where you can have that kind of freedom to do these things. And that gave us the confidence to start thinking about adding WarGames early on in development of 2K23, and we're oh my God, we got a prototype and the skeleton working real quick in a gray box form, and then we kept adding to it, and our designers and engineers were looking at we want to fight in what we call the trench in the middle area between the rings, and what do you do there, and how many animations do we need, and those guys are brilliant and work so hard to figure these things out, and to see it come to life and allow us to even just try these things was unheard of before 2K22, and now seeing these things actually come out and being able to do these things in 2K23 give us the confidence to try other stuff next year and the year after that, right? So you're just the sky's the limit with this franchise, and to me WarGames is just the beginning.
Shit, man. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, especially that guy in the back. This year we got John Cena as the WWE Showcase Superstar, but this year we got a surprising twist. So how come we're beating him up and again and again?
So when we were talking about different ideas, our showcase designer Dino Zucconi, he came, he presented to me. He's hey, what do you think about this new twist of beating John Cena? And I was dude, that's weird. Oh my God, but that's brilliant. I'm it leans into his motto, never give up. Never give up implies that you've been beat down and you had to pick yourself back up and rise from adversity, right? And so you're how? But everyone thinks John Cena always won every single match. You're no, he's lost. He lost some big matches on some of the grandest stages of them all, but he had to pick himself up and fight through that to become the icon he is today, and the superstar, movie star, like just legend that he is, living legend. And so we highlighted that. And to hear him talk about the adversity that he went through and lend his voice to the showcase in that documentary style that, you know, that we bring to the table, it's amazing, right? Because you get context, you get, you know, that story behind it. That's wrestling, right? It's the drama, the story, and hearing it come from his voice and in his mouth, you're like, oh my God, yeah, I'm beating him up, but at the same time, I'm sympathetic and I'm rooting for him, even though I get to beat him. So,
Was he surprised about the pitch?
he loved it. He loved it. He thought it was brilliant, and so Dino was there with him. I didn't go to the shoot, but Dino was there, and he was just like, oh my God. And so when he pitched it, he was like, oh my God, this is.
Yeah, it is scouting. It's scouting here, man.
Yeah, like he was like, I was like, how'd it go? And he was like, dude, he loved it. You know, he thought like it was brilliant. He gets it. He understands that some fans just want to beat him up, right? He understands that the let's go Cena sucks chance isn't lost on him, right? He knows he has a split fan base, and so he was all down for it.
One topic I wanted to talk about, because 2K22 we got Bad Bunny wrestling, and I really was disappointed, to be honest, about not seeing in the DLC, but seeing as a pre-order bonus. Man, how was the process about adapting Bad Bunny, one of the best top popular artists in the world, into a 2K game?
One of the top artists in the world. To me, it's amazing. Like I broke the news to my family, who are like, they're huge Bad Bunny fans, and like seriously, they screamed. Like they like, and my kids aren't as into wrestling as they used to be, as when they were younger. But when I told them that, they were like, oh my God, like they freaked out, and even my wife freaked out, and I'm like, oh my God, like this is how much reach he has, right? Not only wrestling fans, but like just fans of music, pop culture, just everything that dude can do, like movies now. Like I was watching that train movie, right?
Yeah.
The Bullet Train, and I'm like, the dude is awesome, right? There's nothing he can't do, and to have him as our pre-order, like to me it's amazing. Like I haven't been this excited about a pre-order in a long time. Like just seeing when I saw his model come in, our artist did an amazing job. Like the guy looks real. Like he looks real. You see the stubble coming off his face. You see like the loose hair on his his hairstyle. Like he looks real. Like he and Cody Rhodes, like to me, are the best looking models in the game. Like they look photorealistic, and our artists and graphics engineers and just our team in general did an amazing job. His movesets and like all of it. Like it's great to see us create content at this level.
I know we can talk about ratings, but can you give us a little bit hint about what is going to be his rating?
I can't reveal that. We have a whole thing, dedicated to that. No, I think people will be happy with his rating, right? It's like, I know ratings are a touchy subject, and people might beat me up if I give somebody a low rating or we give somebody a low rating. So like, I stay away from those topics, man. You're trying to get me in trouble. I'm cool.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna fall for it.
So as a Puerto Rican, let's say 100.
You want Roman Reigns? You see Seth Rollins over there? If I told him, that he's not 100 and Bad Bunny is, what do you think would happen to me?
I mean, a viral moment.
You see me running. You see a Lynell-shaped hole in the wall. If I said that right now, running away from Seth Rollins.
I mean, that's gonna be really fun. I mean, for me, not for you. So, man, thank you. 2K23 looks really fun. Looks promising. I'm really excited about what's coming up. March 17th.
Oh, same here, man. I can't wait for everyone to play it and get their hands on it and play as Bad Bunny. It's great seeing you again, man. I love doing this.
Thank you.